forgot to mention, last night while I was sat before putting the tent up, I saw a chuff. I've been looking for this whole trip for chuffs. People have asked me if I've seen them, and I haven't. Anyway, last night there was a few flying near where I was going to camp. They look like, I mean, like slightly big blackbirds, but they've got a bright red beak and red feet. And once I saw them, and I could hear the sound as well, I thought, that's a chuff. I couldn't remember what they were called again, so I looked it up, and it's not spelt C-H-U-F-F. It's like spelt C-H-O-U-G-H, I think. Anyway, I saw them. I've not seen any seals, not seen any dolphins, which are apparently abundant. I have seen the chuff, which is Cornwall's national bird, I think. So that cheered me up. I didn't get moved on. So I had a successful night in camp. I got woken up by some joggers running by, and I thought, oh no, I've slept really late. I mean, I'm not too worried in the mornings, but I don't want to take the mick. So these joggers came by chatting quite loudly to each other, which is fine. And I looked at my watch, and it was 4 o'clock. I thought, wow, now that is an early start. Anyway, I went back to sleep. Keep on dreaming weird things still, so I'm not getting, it's quite disturbed sleep. Keep on dreaming about writing my blog, which is odd because I'm sort of up to date, so I don't know what that's on my mind. Right, so we have Land's End over there. 2 miles maybe, bit of up and down. I should be there by 8:30, maybe even 8. So I can nip through there and then hopefully get something to eat in Sennan Cove. They must have some kind of calves to feed all the surfers, surely. And then onto St Just. Well, St Just is slightly inland, but I think I will make the effort to walk the mile inland. So you get to Cape Cornwall, which is when I ended my 2023 leg of this trip. So I'll go inland there to St Just, and we'll have to buy supplies because I haven't really got much. So I've forced myself to do that because the next place is St Ives, which sounds big, but I can't remember there being like a supermarket. Oh no, there probably is. Not sure. Anyway, I won't wait till there because it's actually a bit of a trek to St Ives. It's only about 15-16 miles, but it's a quite tough path. I remember from last time. It took me the whole day to get just to the start of St Ives. So I won't do that. I'll make sure I go into St Just and get something. That's the plan anyway. See how we get on. we've made it. I'm at Land's End. I've walked round to the Last and First. I'm sure it used to be called the Last and First pub, but now it's called the Last and... Do you know what? It's probably always been called the Last and First refreshment place or something. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. It's a sticky morning. Now, word of advice, a good time to visit Land's End is at 8:30. There's no one here. It's great. Yeah, it's nice. I'm looking over there. You can't see it on the camera, but that rock there's a rock stuck out, and there's a bit further in. That's Cape Cornwall. I'm not sure how long. Maybe it's only a couple of hours to get there. I'm not sure. I can't remember from last time. I know the path was a bit tricky. It was a bit scrambling and stuff. So that feels really good. It feels like we're making some progress there. And because I was only there last year, it feels a little bit more familiar. I think that's a good thing. The only thing is I've got to try not to keep up with my schedule that I had last time, because obviously I was on fresh legs last time. Basically, it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks, fresh legs, and even then I found it quite tough. This time I've done a bit more walking beforehand, so I've just got to not worry when I don't keep up with myself, because I won't. There's no chance. So I've got to just take it steady. Got to remember the goal is to finish, not to do it fast, and the goal is to enjoy myself as well, which I do most of the time. I was thinking as I turned up here, I could just retitle my blog Poole to Land's End, and I'd be done, wouldn't I? I could just get the bus now and then get home. But I think people might notice, so I'm going to keep the title as it is and keep going. There's a lot ahead of me to look forward to as well. So much, yeah, it's weird. It's hard to describe. I'll describe how it feels. But anyway, we've reached Land's End, so it's now northern coast. So homeward leg, although it's a big leg. But still not had any food. I'm hoping. I mean, everything's shut in Land's End. I think there's a hotel, so if I was in a hotel, I could get breakfast, but I'm not. But I'm pretty sure Sennan Cove is just around that corner. And I'll try and get something to eat there. There's my acorn. What do we reckon? Do we think it means that way? Or do we think it means that way? I'm going to go this way.
Right, well I've stopped quite early, but I am wild camping, so that's quite brave. I've got the tent up, but I've managed, the thing I'm in is like a little dip in the ground. It's like a cutaway, so hopefully no one will be able to see me here. Besides, it started raining a little bit, just spitting. I thought, oh, I'll put the tent up. What's the worst that can happen? So it's 10 to 7. I've walked 17 miles, but 2 of those were getting in and out of somewhere that I can't remember the name, that had a spa. And that, by spa I mean the shop, not the pamper type place. I haven't been pampered. But ultimately that's still 17 miles on my knee, and I have listened to your dad. Not your dad, my dad. I've listened to my dad, and he's right. I've got to just keep an eye on this, because even though I felt quite good today, and I could have probably pushed on another, I probably could have done another 7-8 miles and got nearer to St Ives, which would have put me in a better position for tomorrow. But then I might not have been able to walk, and that wouldn't have put me in a better position, would it? So I've listened to reason. We'll just have to see where that puts me tomorrow. I'm a little bit worried because I can't remember. After St Ives, there's nowhere to camp for a good while, and I don't think there's any campsites. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pack up early tomorrow and just make my way there and just see what happens. If I end up having to just be short of St Ives, well, no, I can camp, that's fine. It's a very short day. If I get there early-ish, then I can push through. I'm sure there's something I can do. I'm just trying to remember from last year, but I can't quite remember. There's only so much you can glean from the maps. Like, they'll have a little a little tent site, and then there's a camper van. Not a camper van. There's a campsite, and it's basically just, static. Those static home things. They're not interested in tents being there, so you can't necessarily rely on the OS maps. But that's it, yeah. So really quite early stop for me. Still quite a lot of miles though. I mean, 17 isn't none, is it? But the knees felt good. And so I'm just watching an ant. It's got, I don't know what it's got. An egg or something. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so that's what I've done anyway. I've stopped. And I'm just going to play it by ear tomorrow. I was thinking, a lot of people walk past me when I'm walking. And they all smell clean. Some of them smell of, deodorant. Some of them just smell of aftershave or perfume. And I always think, can they smell me? Because I don't smell of perfume or aftershave. far from it. Anyway, I'll try not to dwell on that. One day they'll think, oh God, he stinks. Or maybe perfume and aftershave is more overpowering, and that's why people can smell it. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Yeah, that's it. That's the reason. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to chill out now. There's no internet reception here, so there'll be no browsing. So I'm going to finish that Harry Potter book that Jenny downloaded for me. That even though I've read it and I didn't really think I wanted it, I'm actually quite enjoying. Books are better than the films. Very different start to the day today. It's pretty though, isn't it? With the clouds and stuff. See that I'm sort of down in this little sort of hollow. The paths up near. See that sort of sticky up building there. Paths up there somewhere. Just walked around here and found this little hollow, which is good because it gave me the confidence just to put the tent up. I thought, no, you can't. I don't think you can even see me from the path. Okay, I'm gonna pack up my stuff now and get moving. I don't think you can really see on the camera, but this section's a real, I don't know what word I want to use for it. It's not knee loving anyway. It's just, it's beautiful how raw it all is and amazing, but wow. I mean, I just came down there, that butt there. I had to sit on my bum and just slide down. Because I didn't want to jump onto my knee. I just thought, oh, I'll just sit down, Ben. Anyway, it's not fast moving territory. Like I say though, gorgeous.
this section is Relentless. It's not like massive changes in gradient. I mean, there is a bit of that. It's just the nature of the path. It's, I don't know, you can see it's just, I mean, that bit's okay, but then you're straight into rocks and boulders and you're just clambering over stuff all the time. So you just constantly got your hand face down, looking at where your next next shoe's going to step, whatever is going to go. So it's all right. It's just, I'm doing about 2 miles an hour, I think. So I'm not getting anywhere fast. Anyway, yeah, it's just hard. I think when people, book to do this walk and they put it into sections, on the map it all looks the same. And everyone knows about North Cornwall because you go up massive highs, massive downs, up, down. But the path's sort of okay, so it's just hard work. It's just, you've got to get up that hill, you've got to get down the hill. But what the maps don't really describe is when the path's not a path. It's just a bit of rubble. I mean, these rocks have been here for thousands of years and they're proper embedded, so you've got to go around them, and sometimes that's just the way it is, I suppose. I mean, it's fun, and I'm glad I'm doing it at 8 o'clock in the morning. Nice and cool, although I've just had to shed a layer. I've not seen anyone yet today. No one else is stupid enough to be out. But I'm happy to be out. But I am sort of looking forward to getting to St Ives. But I think that's going to be about lunchtime. I'm going to... The hole in my boot is getting bigger. I've not measured it, but I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that isn't going to last. My dad is right again that the boots aren't going to get to the end. So I'll go into... I'll see if there's any shops in St Ives. And if there's nothing there, then Newquay in a few days. Maybe it'll get there. And I'll just have to face the consequences of walking on new shoes. But I think they're going to let go. I've got waterproof socks on today, so I'm not bothered that they're letting water in. I mean, that doesn't really bother me anyway, because they dry fairly quickly. But yeah, I think they're going to let go. Stupid of me, really. I should have thought before I came. They've already got miles and miles under them. So asking them to do another 600 odd, 700-ish, it was a bit much. Right, I'm going to go. really like this bit of path where it sort of clings onto the edge. And you've got the beach there. The only thing is, over there, where those houses are, or there, is it there? More there. You have to walk all the way down the river for a bit, then cross, then come all the way out again. So even though I'm camping not far away, as the crow flies, I've got probably another 3-4 miles to walk. But never mind, it's nice and flat, which is a nice rest from the path to St Ives, which was interesting. Feels like you could almost get across there, but you have to go all the way down there and back. Even if I could sneak across, it wouldn't be the proper coastal path then. So we're going this way. Can't hear me, so I'm shouting. Or you can hear me and I'm just shouting. I'm loving walking on this beach. Now I think technically the coastal path is along the really sandy bit. So I'm cheating. I'm walking on the beach. So cool. Black clouds coming in. The sea's quite wild. It's quite vigorous. Lots to be aware of. Myself away behind this wall because the wind is picking up. I'm hoping the sound will still come through. So I've been having a few issues with my phone in terms of capacity. I've filled it up with videos basically, and it's not uploading to the cloud because I'm not connected to Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So there wasn't. I didn't do a summary last night. But it's cut long story short, walked from St Ives, walked on the inland bit, all around the water, all around the estuary, then along the beach, in the rain, with the wind behind me though, and got to a campsite with a really nice warden called Chris. The weather last night was horrific. It was like, I was alright because I was in my tent, but the wind picked up and the rain was coming down, and I had to go out of the tent a couple of times to sort out my tent pegs because I hadn't put them in very well. I thought I had, but they'd sort of come out. But anyway, it was alright. The tent's got enough guide points and stuff like that nothing got wet. So that was good. Really, I'm at Godreevy, I think, Godreevy Point now. Like I say, it's really windy. I prefer rain to wind. Wind, I just sort of, it's like it's battering you. It's like it's picking on you. It's like prodding, keeps on prodding at you. So wind irritates me. So I've had to take my hat off. A really late start today. Really late start. I packed up the tent. It rained this morning, but I packed up the tent before it rained, so I've actually got a dry tent, which is funny because of the amount of rain. It rained last night, but I woke up to a perfectly dry tent, so I quickly packed that away. Went to see Chris in his caravan, the warden guy, to get my battery bank that he'd charged for me overnight kindly. And there was another hiker in there, a German girl. She was there. He'd made her breakfast. He made me a cup of tea. We sat there chatting for ages, so I didn't leave the campsite till about 10:30. Then sat on a sand dune about a half mile from the campsite, uploading the day before yesterday's video, so I'm very behind with my posts.
I've seen them here. I saw them at St Michael's Mount.
So yeah, I'm a bit behind with them. Sat there for about an hour, read a bit of Harry Potter. So proper taking my time today. I don't think I'm going to get very far, but I don't think that matters. We'll just hopefully be able to find somewhere that's not windy. Yesterday I did quite a lot of miles and my knee feels alright, so I'm feeling optimistic. But today I didn't really have a choice because you have to get around the inland section. There's nowhere to camp there. You wouldn't want to camp there anyway. So I was sort of forced to do the mileage I did yesterday. But today I'm not forced to do anything. So I'm just going to take my time. Forced mainly by too much chatting and uploading videos and stuff. Hopefully this will be picked out. It's like people can see me filming, so they walk extra near. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to carry on walking now. I'm going to take this off because I'm too hot. I'm going to take the layer off underneath because I'm too hot. And yeah, carry on. We'll just see. I think it's forecast to rain later, but we'll cross that bridge as we come to it. Wind's really got up now, although I'm in a little dip, so it's not as bad. It's proper blowing me around. Looks good though, doesn't it, with all the waves crashing. And look, that's everything I've got to come in the next day or so. The footage of the beach earlier, or there were seals there. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but there was a couple of seals down there. So yay, I've spotted a seal or two. I've only been going about 2 miles and I must have had 4 changes of outfit. It's like coat on, coat off, jumper on, jumper off, coat on, jumper on, jumper off, coat off. It's just like, it's crazy. But the coat, you sort of need it for the strong wind when it starts raining and winds, like driving, but then the minute you're out of the wind, it's got to get hot again. Coat off. Anyway, it's best just to stay on top of it, because if you keep too many layers on, you end up sweating, and that's rubbish. So just have to keep stopping. This has been a nice easy bit. I'm probably a couple of miles to Portreath, and it's been, after an initial climb out of wherever I was last time, it's just this sort of flat path, shielded from the wind mainly as well. I'm a little bit hot, but I can't be bothered to take this layer off. Constantly changing, like I said. So yeah, nice easy stretch, which is good. Rest the legs a bit, get ready for some of the tougher sections coming up. Enjoying the day, just taking it nice and easy today. Getting some energy back, ready for the more difficult North Cornwall sections. I'm not sure where I'm going to stop tonight. I'm definitely going to go through Portreath. Might get some supplies. Might camp where I did last time again, maybe. I don't know if it is called Sally's Bottom. On Google Maps it's Sally's Bottom, but OS Maps it's not. So maybe it's a local name that someone's put on. Don't know, but I find it funny. Anyway, we'll see. Options are open. town. Let's go with that. It's not much fun. But I think the path is just up on the left soon. So we'll get back on it. Okay, so it's Portreath. And this Relentless is that way. Short one today, just about 10 miles I think, so very short. I've shut the tent up because I'm cold, but I might open it again later, have a look at my view. So I've just sat, just upstairs as I just called it, just charging my phone, thinking I needed to find somewhere to camp. And then I charged my phone a bit and stood up, walked around the corner, and then saw this little sort of hollow. And I thought, oh, that's it, I'll have that. And I've set the tent up quite early. I've been brave. A jogger's come by twice. There's some massive steep stairs up and down. He ran up and down them twice. Very impressive. I couldn't do that. They look quite a lot younger than me. So, yeah, stopped after 10 miles. I think that's okay though. There's a campsite I know of near Portreath, that I stayed at last time, so I might try and get in there tomorrow. Oh, pardon me. But we'll see how that pans out. But that'll be another easy-ish day, and then pushing to Newquay the next day. The good thing about that is it puts you just on the cusp of Newquay, because Newquay, I remember last time it took me a good 2-3 hours to walk through. So it does set me up in a good position there. It's been quite easy today really. A lot of the path's been quite flat. Near the end there was a few ups and downs, but it was all fine. And even though it was windy, often you were shielded from the wind, depending on how the cliffs were and stuff like that. But I love the I think I've forgotten already, is it Portreath, I think. I walked through there. The waves were so massive, they were just smashing against the wall and stuff. I tried to film them. I don't know if it'll come out or not. I guess we'll see. But it did look really cool. I got a bit moody right through there. I don't know why. So I guess I didn't know what to do. I thought, oh, I should just get some fish and chips, but I really didn't want to sit down and eat at that stage. I think I'd ate too many sweets earlier, so I felt a bit sickly. But once I got out of there, I went to a little shop there and bought some lunch for tomorrow or breakfast, and I bought some meatballs to go in my soup noodles, so that's a bit of excitement. But once I got out of there and found this spot, I soon cheered up. So I'm not gonna dwell on it. It's just one of those gloomy moments. I think I was feeling guilty because Jenny had to mow the lawn, so that made me
I have sort of abandoned my family a bit, haven't I? So I just felt a little bit guilty. Good news, the guilt has gone now, so we're back to normal. Anyway, I don't think I've got much more to say. The spot, I think it's quite good. I think it's a good spot. A bit blowy, but I'm a little bit out of the wind, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Right, I'm done. I'm going to finish writing my blog, then I'm going to have some dinner, and then I'm going to finish Harry Potter. I just, oh no, I can't say. Just in case someone wants to read it and haven't read it yet. Yeah, nearly done. I'm going to have to ask Jenny how to download book 2.